Today's big news. Major WWE star mocks Rhea Ripley's injury. It will shock you. This year has been a turbulent one for Rhea Ripley, as the former women's world champion faced two significant injuries, disrupting her momentum in WWE. Despite these setbacks, her rivalry with Liv Morgan has remained a highlight of WWE storylines, with both women showcasing intense animosity. In a surprising twist, Liv Morgan recently made an intriguing comment about Ripley's second injury, suggesting it has only enhanced the Australian superstar's appeal. Earlier this year, Ripley sustained an injury just a week after WrestleMania XL, forcing her to relinquish her Women's World Championship, a devastating blow for the powerhouse of the Judgment Day. Following her recovery and return to the ring, Ripley reignited her feud with Liv Morgan. However, her comeback was short-lived as she suffered another setback last month after a brutal attack by Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez during an NXT segment. This incident left Ripley with a fractured orbital bone, sidelining her for weeks and casting doubt over her immediate future in WWE. Liv Morgan, now the reigning women's world champion, recently shared her perspective on the rivalry and the incident that injured Ripley. Speaking on WWE Deutschland, Morgan offered a unique take on Ripley's injury and its aftermath. "I made Rhea Ripley 10% more attractive than she was before she broke her orbital bone," Morgan stated, referring to the parking lot attack with Rodriguez that temporarily took Ripley out of action. "All around, there's goodness in everything that I've done. A rivalry for the ages." The rivalry between Morgan and Ripley has been one of WWE's most heated storylines this year. The tension between the two began long before WrestleMania XL and has only escalated since. Ripley's initial injury after the event was a significant turning point, as it left Morgan free to rise through the ranks and eventually claim the Women's World Championship. Ripley's return was marked by fiery confrontations and hard-hitting matches against Morgan, but their feud took a darker turn during the NXT parking lot ambush. The attack, orchestrated by Morgan and Rodriguez, was a calculated move to weaken Ripley both physically and mentally. While the ambush succeeded in sidelining Ripley, Morgan's recent comments suggest she sees the situation as a win, both personally and professionally. Ripley's resilience shines through. Despite her injuries, Rhea Ripley remains a dominant force in WWE. Her fractured orbital bone may have forced her out of action temporarily, but fans and analysts alike expect her to make a strong comeback. Known for her tenacity and physical prowess, Ripley has built a reputation as one of the most intimidating competitors in WWE. Morgan's comments about making Ripley 10% more attractive add an interesting layer to their rivalry, showcasing her confidence and willingness to push boundaries. However, such remarks could fuel Ripley's fire, giving her even more motivation to reclaim her dominance upon her return. What's next for Morgan and Ripley? Liv Morgan's reign as Women's World Champion has been marked by a blend of athleticism, strategy, and bravado. Her ability to capitalize on Ripley's setbacks has kept her at the top of the division, but her rivalry with the Eradicator is far from over. Fans are eagerly awaiting Ripley's return to see how she will respond to Morgan's actions and comments. Ripley's injuries have undoubtedly been a setback, but they have also added depth to her ongoing feud with Morgan. The former champion's resilience and determination to overcome adversity have made her a fan favorite, and her eventual return is likely to reignite the rivalry in explosive fashion. As for Morgan, her confidence and bold statements continue to draw attention. Whether her claim about enhancing Ripley's appeal is meant as a taunt or a genuine observation, it's clear that she thrives on mind games and psychological warfare. These elements, combined with her in-ring skills, make her a formidable opponent for Ripley. Final thoughts. The dynamic between Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley remains one of WWE's most compelling storylines. While injuries have temporarily sidelined Ripley, they have also intensified the narrative, setting the stage for a thrilling continuation of their feud. Morgan's provocative comments only add to the anticipation, as fans await Ripley's response and the next chapter in this heated rivalry. For now, Morgan reigns supreme as the Women's World Champion, But with Ripley's return on the horizon, the battle for supremacy is far from over. Whether Ripley's injuries truly made her 10% more attractive or simply more determined, one thing is certain. The WWE Universe can expect fireworks when these two powerhouses collide again. Rhea Ripley returns to Raw, announces War Games match. Rhea Ripley made a thunderous return to WWE Raw, delivering a powerful message and setting the stage for an epic showdown. This marked her second comeback in a tumultuous year filled with injuries and betrayals. But the Eradicator looked more determined than ever as she announced a War Games match and reignited her rivalry with Liv Morgan. Earlier this year, Ripley returned from her first injury with her sights set on reclaiming the Women's World Championship from Liv Morgan. However, her plans took a shocking turn at WWE SummerSlam 2024 when she was betrayed by Dominic Mysterio and Damian Priest. The betrayal resulted in Ripley being ousted from the Judgment Day, the faction she had helped build into a dominant force. Despite the setback, Ripley earned another opportunity at the Women's World Championship at Bad Blood 2024. However, her title aspirations were thwarted when Raquel Rodriguez made a surprise return to WWE, aligning herself with Liv Morgan. The duo not only disrupted Ripley's match, but escalated their rivalry by ambushing her in the parking lot. The brutal attack left Ripley injured yet again, forcing her to take several weeks off to recover. While Ripley was sidelined, Liv Morgan continued her ascent in WWE. At Crown Jewel 2024 in Saudi Arabia, Morgan made history by defeating Nia Jax to become the inaugural Women's Crown Jewel champion. Morgan's victory solidified her dominance in the women's division, but her reign was soon overshadowed by the anticipation of Ripley's eventual return. On this week's Raw, Ripley made her much-anticipated comeback. She wasted no time confronting Morgan, the two sharing an intense face-off that reignited their bitter feud. However, Ripley's return wasn't just about vengeance. It was about making a statement. The Eradicator announced a War Games match, promising chaos and retribution as she assembled her team to take on Morgan and her allies. Rhea Ripley's return signals a turning point in WWE's women's division. With her sights set on reclaiming her dominance and settling scores, fans can expect explosive action as she gears up for War Games. Her rivalry with Liv Morgan, already one of the year's most intense storylines, is set to reach new heights, ensuring the WWE Universe stays on the edge of their seats. Rhea Ripley's return signals a turning point in WWE's women's division. With her sights set on reclaiming her dominance and settling scores, fans can expect explosive action as she gears up for War Games. Her rivalry with Liv Morgan, already one of the year's most intense storylines, is set to reach new heights, ensuring the WWE Universe stays on the edge of their seats.